Why do you keep scrolling through social media even though it's bad for you? If this sounds like you, please watch this video. You wonder why you keep procrastinating even though you've watched hundreds of productivity videos. You find it hard to sit and start deep work. Well, this is not gonna be another tips and tricks video. I want you to take this seriously. So for the past few weeks, I've been reading papers and journals on how to cure procrastination. And I found that the main reason why people procrastinate is because social media. Research shows that people spend on average 2.5 hours on social media every single day. And you might ask yourself, is social media really that bad? And how I can be more productive? Well, there is no one size fits all answer. But if you take time to rest from social media, you will have more clear thoughts, and I guarantee you, procrastination is not a problem. Hi, I'm Janardana. I've published over 360 videos over the last 9 months, and this is the result of focus and overcoming my procrastination. While I'm not here to sell you a Notion template to be more productive, I truly want to share my lessons with you. And I believe if you apply these concepts, procrastination is not a problem. Before we dive into the video, I want to address two questions I've mentioned before. First, is social media really that bad? And second, how can I become more productive? If you ask yourself, why do I need social media? And the answer may be like this: I crave human connection, and the only way to get it is from social media. Well, this was true in the early stage of social media. But for now, social media is all about short-form content, attention, and money. And you might think, if I want to be productive, social media is not the answer. This is true if you want to focus and do deep work. And I want to tell you this: you're not going to be productive by just watching productivity videos. You're not going to become rich by only listening to business podcasts. You have to take action. Read that book, start that business, and do deep work. Now let's talk about the first principle to cure procrastination: delayed gratification. Most people like to delay doing unpleasant or monotonous tasks from time to time. For example, one may avoid cleaning vehicles, renovating the house, cleaning the garage, or calling someone over the phone. This is why most people procrastinate. They choose instant gratification. If we go back to the 90s era, there was no internet. Imagine wanting to call someone. You would have to walk to the street and just go to this random telephone booth. There was a lot of friction and you had to put a lot of effort, almost everything. Now with social media, we receive billions of information every second. If you want to eat, we just order our food from our mobile phones. There is no friction now. It's all instant. This can be both a good and a bad thing. Sure, if you're smart enough, you can take this advantage and make profits. But I believe most people are consumers. Most people are procrastinators. They don't want to do hard work. They don't want to be producers. And the reason why you procrastinate is because you are a consumer rather than the producers. And just imagine using your energy and time to choose delayed gratification. You start creating content rather than consuming it. You cook your own meals rather than ordering through Uber Eats. You start training instead of watching Netflix. Just think about how much progress you'll make in a year. You said you want to start that business, but you're still wasting your time on social media. You do these random tasks. And I want you to take a step back from overstimulation and follow this actionable step. Make it hard to do easy things and make it easy to do hard things. I'm not gonna telling you exactly what you should do. You have to figure it out yourself. But remember, everything is hard, it's worth it. However, delayed gratification alone is not enough to cure procrastination. And I found that there's a correlation between health and procrastination. And that is why the next principle is maintain your health. Procrastination is associated with higher stress, use of less adaptive coping strategies, poor health behaviors, poor quality sleep, poor self-rate health, and a greater number of physical illness and symptoms. If you want to be productive, but you still have poor quality sleep, you're still eating junk food, you don't exercise, you're not gonna be productive. Instead of searching for the best productivity tactic, why don't you just focus on your health? This will naturally lead to increase in productivity because everything you do daily impacts your productivity. If you're stressed, you won't be productive. If you have a poor diet, you won't be productive. If you have poor sleep, you won't be productive. To cure procrastination, don't just focus on productivity. Focus on maintaining your health. So this is the actionable step for you. Sleep at 9 p.m. and wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. You don't need to buy fancy supplements, change your diet entirely. It is simple. Build the habit of waking up early and sleep early. And this is why self-control is essential in curing procrastination. Studies with large representative samples have demonstrated that unrestricted and poor control over internet use amplifies the detrimental effects of procrastination on well-being, including stress. It all comes down to you. You have full control over your mind. I can tell everything you should do now. If you have poor level of self-control, it's all meaningless. You said you want to be productive, but you're still wasting 10 hours on social media. Successful entrepreneurs are people with self-control. Imagine what they do after they're waking up. They start working on their business. There is no long hour of scrolling sessions on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. So here's what I did to develop self-control. Deactivate social media. Engage in deep work sessions. Focus on self-improvement. You don't need to do these things, but you have to aware that this is the time for you to take control of your life, because everything you consume, everything you do in your day-to-day basis matters. So this is the actionable step for you. Delete social media. You have no choice but to delete it now. You need to reset your dopamine levels and start doing work. I believe social media is a significant reason why you procrastinate. It is time to delete and do hard work. This brings us to the next principle. Pain tolerance. In a study on an adult sample, 74% of the people who surveyed indicated that they go to bed later than they planned at least once a week with no external reason for doing so. So what is the difference between success and failure? Pain. You have to choose your pain. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. If you want to change your life forever, you have to embrace suffering. No instant gratification, fewer social events, and less overstimulation. So imagine if you sacrifice 12 months of your life and come back successful. Would you take it? Because most people are not ready to change. Do you want to be like the other 99% of people, or do you want to be an outlier? You have to decide whether you want to suffer now or you want to suffer later. So this is the actionable step for you. Put your head down and start working on your business. Wake up early every single day and commit to this for the next 12 months. And if you see no results, keep going. That is life. So let's sum it up. If you want to cure your procrastination, follow these 4 principles. Delayed gratification, maintaining your health, self-control, and pain tolerance. And I believe if you just apply one of these 4 principles, you will change your life in the next 12 months. Put your head down and just do it. There is no success without pain. You will suffer either way. You choose your pain, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And I want to share this quote with you. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. A quote from Seneca. And if you want to start a personal brand on YouTube, you can click the first link in the description below. And I believe this will help you to get started and make significant improvements in your business. And enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.